Hello and happy holidays. My name is Stephanie, and today I'm going to share with you a ton of sewing patterns for you to make last minute. Yes, I know we're all behind on our DIY gifts, but these are all very quick sews, very easy sews, and a ton of them are free. If you're looking for some last minute knitting inspiration, I also have this video you can check out, and I also have a ton of other videos on my page of like knitting, sewing inspiration, as well as some longer form videos if you are so inclined. I would love for you to stick around. But anyways, let's jump into the list because we are all running out of time. All right, our first category is bags. Okay, don't leave, okay? I know you've heard it all before, but I'm gonna start out with the coolest bags on this list by far. And these are by Titka Studios. They have so many cool bags, like so many. Every time I look at their website, I'm just like, wow, I wanna make that, I wanna make that, I wanna make that. So no matter the person in your life, if you're looking to make them a really cool bag, I love this brand. And they have a free pattern available as well, and it's a little toiletry bag with a handle. So get yourself a little freebie, see if you like their design style and their instructions. Super chic and obviously super customizable depending on what you want to make it with. Actually, all of the bag patterns I have for you today are free, so I love that. Next up is the Lil Bucky bag by Layla Makes. So the Lil Bucky bag is a perfect scrap busting bag, and it's intended for like a little project bag. So I actually need to make myself one of these for my on-the-go knitting projects. And what a treat that this is a free pattern for us. All right, next up, it is the Pearl Soho Big Boat Tote. It's giving mom in like the best way. To be a great pattern to make for a mom. It would also be a great reusable shopping bag because it looks like it just has a ton of space. Great beach bag, great for a boat, if you will. But I love Pearl Soho. They have a ton of free sewing patterns as well if you want to check those out. And next up is the Tote Tote. And this is my pattern, and it is also free. And it is named the Tote Tote because it has two different versions in the pattern. It has one that folds up into itself and one that is like fully lined with pockets, so you can make a little foldable tote to toss in your other tote. So it's also a great pattern. I've made this many times as gifts for people, and I actually made a lot of my versions out of like old bed sheets. So they're super lightweight, super durable, and pretty inexpensive as well. So love all of these bags. Great customizable options for all of them. You could do a little embroidery on them or fill it with some of their favorite things. You know, you can really elevate it by adding your own flair to it. Next up are some accessories, and starting off with easily the coolest one on this list is the Pearl Headscarf by Spaghetti Western. This is a free pattern by Sadie from Spaghetti Western. I think Sadie is amazing. She makes some really cool sewing patterns, and this pearl headscarf is just so cute, so trendy. I like how it's a little bit poofy, and it's like the perfect sewing alternative to like a knit headscarf. I think any of the cool girlies in your life would love this. Next up, this is specifically for me because I love gardening. If you have like any hairdresser, painters, makeup artists in your life that would enjoy something like this, this is the marsupial belt, and it is like a hip belt that you can put all your tools in. Now this would be great for me because I could put like my gardening shears in it. I could put my hori, which is basically like a big shovel knife, and any other things that I need when I go out to the garden, so I don't have to like go back and forth. I think with a little bit of customization, like pocket wise, zipper wise, you can really make it special for the person you're making it for. It kind of reminds me of like the exterior pockets in like the Victorian times that they'd put on top of their like bustle but under their skirt. I like it. For the last accessory on my list, if you have any friends or family that need like a laptop case, Kindle case, etc., I found two patterns for you. One that is free. So let's talk about them. This is the Paloma quilted sleeve, and this one has like a very cute quilted design and a little bow on the front. Yeah, I think it's really, really pretty and very, very classy. If you wanted one that was more similar to the Bagoo style, like quilted laptop sleeve, the assembly line actually has a free padded case pattern that comes in a bunch of different sizes as well. Two, different styles, but both achieve the same thing, I would be very happy to receive a little laptop or Kindle case for my devices. So wanted to include that here. All right, let's talk about things for the home. First up is my brand new sewing pattern. This is the Soul Oven Set. It consists of an oven mitt and a hot pad pattern in a circular shape, hence the name Soul for the sun. I actually made this for one of my best friends as a gift, and that's kind of where the pattern was born. So I absolutely had to include it on this list because it is quick, it is useful. Oh, I have them right here. So this is like the third one that I'm making for my friend for her little set at home, because I originally only gifted her one mitt and one hot pad, and she needs another mitt. And these are ones that I made for myself. So this is the hot pad, and then this is the oven mitt. You can hear a little bit of crinkle in there because it's got some heat resistant batting, but you can also just use 3 layers of cotton batting. So I love this, super quick sew, great gift, and you just need some like quilting cotton batting, and then you can make your own bias tape. So if you buy the pattern, I have a full video tutorial as well as written instructions with illustrations. Okay, moving on. I found this one and I had to include it because I thought it was really silly and really cool. This is the Sardine Pillow by Woolly Petals, and it makes a 36-inch or 24-inch sardine pillow. I just thought this would be really fun. If you have any like kids in your life, this would be a perfect little like stuffy. It would also make a very cute long cat toy. I feel like I can envision my cats holding onto this and then like kicking it really hard. Just put some catnip in there. They'll love it. All right, next up, this one is holiday related. So I would recommend getting on it quick or gifting it and knowing that they won't be able to use it until the next year. But this is the Connie Tree Skirt by Sydney Graham. And all of her patterns are just lovely. And I thought this would be a great heirloom piece to gift to like a loved one. Now, I think this has to be for the right person or yourself. Just make yourself one. But I think it would also be a great gift for somebody who's gonna really like honor and cherish a quilted piece and bring it out every single year. So I think the best way to do this would really be to like talk about it with a person that you're making it for, just to make sure that like they like the fabrics, don't already have one, you know, XYZ. But I thought I had to include this because it's a quick sew, can be really customized. She has all of her testers versions on here. So much inspiration. This section is like the little gifties section. So do with that what you will. This is the Happy Cats. This is a free sewing pattern. So yeah, obviously I love cats, so I had to include this. This would be a great like little stuffy for a child in your life or a cat lover in your life. And I had the idea of putting some like lavender or essential oils in there and using it in your drawer to like make your clothes smell good. I thought that would be really fun. Additionally, I just can't stop thinking about putting catnip in everything and making it into a cat toy. It'd obviously be good for that too. So Ann Wood, who makes the Happy Cats pattern, also has a huge free pattern library that you should definitely check out. Lots of like ornaments and little stuffies, including the next one I'm going to talk to you about. This one is very similar to like the knitted sardines that I included in my like quick and easy knitting gifts video. This is the Lucky Fish, and I just love this because yes, you got to put some catnip in there and make this into a little cat toy. So I love it. I also love that like all of our patterns include like slow stitching, so you know, you could use a machine or you could do it by hand. I included this next one because it is something I really need to make for myself. I really need a double pointed needle keeper. So for the knitters in your life that like to knit with DPNs, if you've ever seen them, they like sit in your bag like you're asking to be poked. So this DPN holder like holds them all straight and it keeps the ends from poking you, but also keeps your work on your needles. So this is just a tutorial, but I had to include it because, well, I'm gonna make one for myself. The next idea I had was actually just kind of one I saw on Pinterest. There wasn't a tutorial that I found, but I figured if you like to quilt, you might be able to just kind of like self-draft yourself one, but a quilted chess and checkers set. So probably 6 years ago, I actually made some chess boards by like wood burning checkers into like a little wood slab. And this has similar vibes. Like you can just kind of DIY this and make your little chest pieces and put them in a little pouch. When you think of quilting squares like the ones behind me, you're like, duh, chess. So I really wanted to include it because I thought it was really cute. And if I didn't already make myself a chess set, I would definitely just quilt myself one. All right, moving on to the pets. So this is another one that I just kind of saw on Pinterest, but I wanted to share because I thought that any cat owner would love this, or any dog owner. But a little puffy cat bed. So I just saw this like little diagram on Pinterest. It seems pretty easy enough, and you could customize it for the size that you want. But it's basically like 5 rectangles that like tie together at the sides, and then you just like put stuffing in them. Looks super cozy. I know my cats would love it, and it would make a great gift as well. And the assembly line also has this very cute pet coat pattern. It has like a fleece lining, adjustable Velcro straps, and you can make it out of like water resistant fabric as well for when it's raining. So I thought this would be super cute, and I think that, you know, any of my dog parent friends would really love this. I mean, you could try to force it onto a cat, but I can tell you right now, my cats would have no interest. All right, I know that was short and sweet, but had to get down to brass tacks there. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it inspired you and you picked out a pattern to make for your loved ones for this holiday season. Best of luck with all of your sewing endeavors, and I hope that you have a wonderful holiday season. If you want any knitting inspiration, make sure to check out this video. And if you like this video, make sure to stick around. Like I said, I have a ton of other knitting and sewing inspiration videos, as well as some longer form projects that, you know, I really took my time on. It's more of like a cozy watch. So make sure to check out those, and I will see you guys in the next one. Happy holidays. Bye.